are still buzzing after that historic weekend of boxing on Saturday. Many of you were there down at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. What a big night of action that we had with Errol Spence defeating Mikey Garcia, and the energy and the momentum continues as we look ahead towards April 20th with PBC on Fox. We have a tremendous matchup featuring Danny Garcia out of Philadelphia going head-to-head against Chicago's very own Adrian Granados. It's all brought to you by TGB Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and DSG Promotions. We want to go ahead and bring up a man who knows the sport of boxing, in my opinion, better than anybody else when it comes to being able to take a fighter from making his pro debut and elevating them to being a world champion and subsequently a Hall of Famer. When it comes to boxing, guys, this man is brilliant and will no doubt be enshrined into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the president of TGB Promotions. Please welcome Mr. Tom Brown.
Thank you, Russ. I always like having Ray around. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I've said it quite a few times now at our press conferences here in LA, but it's true that the PBC has made a major commitment to bringing some of the best and biggest fights to Southern California and the Southern California sports fans. We started back in December 1 across the street here over at the Staples Center with the Deontay Wilder Heavyweight Championship, Tyson Fury. Then we jumped right in January over to the Microsoft Theater, where we had that great fight with Caleb Plant upsetting Jose Uzcategui. Came back again at the Microsoft in February to a sold-out house for Leo Santa Cruz. Also in February, we were down at the Dignity Health, where we had that great performance by Gervonta Davis knocking out Hugo Ruiz in the first round. Was it first round? First round, right. A very spectacular knockout. And then just a couple of weeks ago down there again with Sean Porter in that great fight with Yordanis Ugas. So the Dignity Health Sports Park is the premier outdoor boxing venue in the United States, and it's great to be there, and we've got a great show on April 20th. Danny Garcia, he's a throwback fighter. First ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion. At 140 pounds, he didn't run from anyone, never ducked anyone. He took on the best in the division, beat former champions Kendall Holt, Eric Morales, stepped up to face Amir Khan, had a nasty cut over his right eye and drilled him in the 4th round. Got out of that, and then he announced he was fighting Lucas Matisse, the Argentinian slugger, who at the time was considered the beast of the division. Danny went into that fight as a 2-1 underdog, and we know what happened. He proved all the doubters wrong. So it's great to have him. Like I said, he's in my eyes, a Hall of Famer, and I'm so happy to have him on this card back here in California, where he put on a great show at Staples for me a few years ago with Robert Guerrero. And Adrian Granados, he's got a record, and I like saying this, of 20 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. And arguably, this man could be sitting up here right now with a record of 27-1. All of his losses, except for the one to Sean Porter or draws, were either by split decisions or majority decisions, and usually in his opponent's backyard. He's a battle-tested veteran. He's made a name for himself by delivering tough, action-packed fights against really the best in the business. So I'm going to turn things back over to Ray. I'm really pumped for this fight, and I was telling someone earlier, when we did the upfronts announcing all the PBC on Fox fights, this is the one that I circled. Ray, thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much to Mr. Tom Brown. And now I'm going to bring up a gentleman, when it comes to, he told me this conversation a couple of years ago. He goes, there are levels to this game. And this is one of the biggest levels in the sport. This man has been a part of the biggest events in combat sports. When it comes to putting together and being a part of a promotion, this man has seen it all, done it all over the world. I think he's traveled the world 5-6 times over again. He's a stylish guy, and he knows what it is to put on a world-class event. Please welcome the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Mr. Leonard Ellerby.
On behalf of Mayweather Promotions, we're very excited to be working along with TGB Promotions in association with DSG Promotions. Wow, this is going to be a terrific fight. And actually, when the whole series of fights were announced, this is the one that I actually really, really look forward to. And simply because I know both guys very well, obviously a lot closer to Danny, but his style is what makes fights. And in this particular matchup, we have two excellent fighters who are all action fighters. Danny being able to do it all, an elite fighter who's been in there and beaten a number of great world champions. And Adrian Granados, who's a guy that always comes to fight. He's never, ever any boring fight. And in this particular matchup, the styles mesh so well with Danny being a world-class counterpuncher and also being a superb boxer. But I think in this particular fight, I think that Adrian Granados' style will force Danny to probably bang a lot more. And I think that you're going to see the best out of both guys. In both guys, I think that the way their styles mesh so well, both have fought in a number of very, very good fights. And they both have been involved in some very debatable decisions. In Danny's case, arguably, he should have come out on top in both the Porter and Thurman fights. I thought that he won both of the fights. In Granados' case, I was there for the Broner fight and a couple of the other fights where, again, that he's come up on the short end of very debatable decisions. Granados is very, very hungry. He sees this as an opportunity to make his mark and make a statement. He feels very comfortable and he's very, very confident because this is the fight that he's actually wanted for quite some time in fighting Danny Garcia. And Danny, in Danny's case, he's coming out to look to make a statement. He's coming out to prove to you guys and all the fans across the world why he's one of the best, if not the best, welterweight out there. Danny never backs down from a challenge. And again, this fight on April the 20th, it will be a barn burner. There is no doubt in my mind this will be one of the best fights of 2019, and I cannot wait. Thank you.
Mr. Leonard Ellaby, ladies and gentlemen of Mayweather Promotions. Also, before we continue, I'd be remiss if I wouldn't thank the media. They've been working so hard, and what an amazing few weeks that we've had as we continue in this landmark year of 2019. So thank you to the media for coming out and covering the events and doing an amazing job. Also, on Saturday, April 20th, before we get set to meet the main event fighters, we have in action Andy Ruiz, who has 31 wins, just one defeat. He's taking on Alexander Dimitrico in a heavyweight matchup. Also, Brandon Figueroa battles Yonfres Parejo. So that is a triple header. PBC on Fox, April 20th, begins at 8 Eastern, 5 o'clock local time, Dignity Health Sports Park here in Southern California. Now let's get set to meet one of the main event combatants, as Tom and Leonard pointed out. This man has a record 20 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. The one thing about both of these gentlemen is that they are not undefeated, but they have such fantastic records. And honestly, when you have a loss, that's nothing against you. There's only one Floyd Mayweather that's 50-0. So everyone else can go ahead and is carving their own niche and their own legacy. But this man is from Chicago, 10-year pro. He's won 2 straight. He's been inside the ring with the likes of Sean Porter, Adrian Broner, Javier Fortuna. When it comes to styles, when it comes to guys who bring their best, boxing isn't just a sport, but it's also entertainment. And every time this man has stepped inside the ring, over the decade that he's been a pro, he always entertains. In his 28 professional bouts, I've never seen him in a boring fight in my life. And on PBC on Fox, he's going to entertain and throw millions of people around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome out of Chicago, Illinois, Adrian El Tigre Granados.
Thank you, Ray. Good morning, everybody. Just definitely want to give thanks to Journeyman Management, the TGB Promotions, along with everybody else giving me this opportunity. This is going to be a great fight. Definitely 2 fighters that definitely come with it. I'm definitely coming out for for victory in dominating fashion. This is definitely a fight I've been wanting for a while now. Un saludo para toda la gente latino. También les quiero agradecer por esta oportunidad a todos. Va a ser una buena pelea, que el mejor gane. Vamos con todo. Un saludo para toda la plebada de Culiacán y mi familia en Monterrey y también en Coahuila. Yeah, it's just it's been a long time coming for me. Definitely, you know, haven't had the easiest road paved out. You know, and that's why, you know, I'm definitely, you know, I'm definitely looking to get my respect and get a dominating win in this fight. So definitely looking forward to April 20th. It's gonna be a barn burner. Definitely, like, you know, they said, I think our styles are gonna mesh for an exciting all-action fight. May the best man win, and may God protect us both. Thank you.
Round of applause once again for Adrian Granados. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this man that I'm going to get ready to introduce, he has quite a bit of history when it comes to PBC and Fox. He was actually on the first and headline, the very first PBC on Fox event back on January 23rd, 2016. That was down the street here at Staples Center against Robert Guerrero when he won the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. The fight averaged, now this is average, 3 million viewers on Fox, and the main event peaked at 3.5 million viewers. When it comes to having people watch him every single time this man is inside the ring, people tune in because he can't miss television. As Tom pointed out, he has been and had victories over Lucas Matisse, Amir Khan, Eric Morales, trained by his father, Angel Garcia. He doesn't shy away from a challenge. He loves a challenge. He craves it. That's why he's so emblematic of being a fighter from Philadelphia. As Tom Brown pointed out, he is no doubt a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a throwback fighter. Both guys are throwback fighters, and this fight belongs at Dignity Health Sports Park, which I like to call the War Grounds, because every single time there's a card at that venue, there's always a war, and I expect nothing less. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, with the record 34 wins, 20 of those by way of knockout, just 2 defeats, the 2-division world champion. Here is Danny Swift Garcia.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank, Al Heyman, Fox, DSG Promotion, Team DSG, of course, your weather promotions. I want to thank the media for coming out. Without the media, I won't be no boxing as much as I don't like you guys. I love y'all, man. Without y'all, there would be no boxing. Without us, there would be no boxing. So we need you as much as you need us. So I'm gonna thank y'all for coming out.
But we like you.
Oh, thank you. April 20th. I'm on the road. This is another fight for my legacy. That's how I look at it. It's another fight for my legacy. I've been in a lot of great fights in my career, and this is an important fight for my career. And I know he's coming. I know he's coming to fight. It's a very important fight for me, but I'm looking just to make this one of my easiest fights. I've been training hard. I've seen Granados fight a few times. I want to thank you for being that one dude who called me a cherry picker. I forgot his name, but you knocked him out. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But other than that, your ass is grass. But April 20th, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in LA. This is where the stars fight, and it feels good to be fighting somewhere else other than Brooklyn. Brooklyn is my home, away from home. I took a 5 or 6 hour flight last night to fly in here to see you guys. So I'm excited for April 20th, man. What can I say? It's another fight for my legacy, and it's another fight to get me where I need to be in my career. And I plan on winning in fashion. I'm gonna bring a lot of skill, a lot of will, a lot of power, and I'm gonna entertain my fans. April 20th, make sure you buy your tickets because it's gonna be a great fight. And April 20th, the Danny Garcia show. See you guys there. Thanks.
Good job.
Round of applause to Danny Garcia, ladies and gentlemen. Show some support and for the champ. And also, I'd be remiss, Danny Garcia is 30 years of age, but he's going to be 31 tomorrow, so if we can all collectively, on the count of three, wish Danny Garcia a happy birthday, an early birthday. So 1, 2, 3, happy birthday. So Danny, no doubt. I don't know if he's going to eat any cake. He looks good on weight, but I don't know if he will partake in any cake. Right now, though, I'm going to ask the fighters a few questions as they prepare for their showdown on Saturday, April 20th. It is PBC on Fox, Dignity Health Sports Bar. Tickets are available right now. They start as low as $30. AXS.com. Adrian, we'll start with you. For you being able to fight here in Southern California, a venue that is known to produce tremendous moments in boxing, what is the significance for you to be fighting here in Southern California, PBC on Fox?
I'm very excited to be fighting here in Cali. I know it's going to be a high Mexican population that night. Definitely coming, definitely representing from Mexico and Chicago, and it's gonna be a great atmosphere for a fight.
Now, not many people are lining up to fight this man, Danny Garcia. You have told me and have said in the media repeatedly that you want the elite in both, either 140, 147, doesn't matter. I think you would fight someone in the heavyweight division if they gave you the opportunity. But why did you decide and say that you want to fight Danny Garcia?
Actually just to tip off of what he was saying, thanks for being that guy who called him a cherry picker. I think that was the first time he bashed me, saying like, yeah, he lost to some dude with 3 or 4 losses, so as far as my ass being grass, I'm definitely coming to kick his ass.
Now, Danny, what is your response to what Adrian said? I mean, he went ahead and he was not too kind to you right now, so what do you want to say to him?
No, it's all good at the end of the day. It's a fight, so I expect him to be confident. Well, his ass is grass. I'm the lawnmower, baby.
Now tell us about your preparation. You obviously are trained by your father, Angel, and both of you guys have such tremendous chemistry with one another. Since the beginning, you both have been inseparable. You both have different personalities, but it clicks so well on fight night. What is the key to the success between you and your father as you guys prepare for your 37th professional outing?
We are different as far as personalities, but we have the same heart, and that's how we connect. We're kind of the same person, but he's the type of person, if he sees something he doesn't like, he's gonna let you know. I'm the type of guy, I might let it ride a couple times, and then I might pull you to the side like, hey, my man, like, calm down. But that's not him. If he thinks you're an asshole, he's gonna call you an asshole. I might say it in a different way, but me and my father, we have a special relationship, man. That's my father, that's my best friend. And I wish every father and son could have a relationship like we have. It's a great relationship, and I think that's a message we're trying to send to the world, trying to motivate a lot of fathers to be in the kids' lives. And he motivated me to be a great father to my daughter, and I just want to thank him for that. And that's we're great, man. We're happy. We best friends.
Well, you're going to be 31 tomorrow, as I pointed out. What are you going to be doing for your birthday? Obviously, you have a tall task ahead of you against Adrian Granados, but are you going to go out and celebrate a little bit, or will the celebration have to wait until after the fight?
No, I definitely have to wait until after the fight. I'm in training camp right now. I had to lose a day of sparring today to fly out here for the press conference, but this is all about this is a part of the job too, so I understand that. And yeah, man, I'm train, that's it. It's train to the fight.
We'll talk with Adrian Granados again to get final comments, but Adrian, in this fight, at least right now, when it was announced, the odds makers have Danny Garcia the favorite. You're no stranger to being the underdog, but what is your thoughts knowing that you are the underdog once again as you prepare for April 20th?
We're just we're staying in great shape. I've been training hard. I know this is a big fight, and that's no difference for me. I'm always used to being the B side or being the underdog, but definitely coming with it. And as far as cutting grass, ain't nobody cutting grass better than a Mexican. So.
Well, you are also, I pointed out, he's very funny, isn't he? He needs to maybe focus in on being a comedian as a side career. That's Adrian Granados. Adrian, you are trained by George Hernandez, who is based out of Chicago. I mentioned with Danny's obviously trained by his father, but can you tell those that don't know the chemistry and the bond that you have with your lead trainer, George Hernandez, who is certainly very vocal and energetic, and he's been around the sport of boxing for decades upon decades?
Yeah, no, definitely the team behind me is definitely a strong support. It's just a mom and pop shop, mom and pops and my brother, and definitely George Hernandez. He's been like a second father to me. Him and my dad, they're definitely always been ride or die for me. That's why now we definitely respect the relationship that Danny has with his dad, because a lot of people, they actually don't know the special relationship I have with my dad. Un saludo para mi papá. Hey, papá, I love you, miss you. Pops is always looking out for me. George is always looking out for me. And George, yeah, he's been there, since I debuted. George is that, he's that hood rat just like me, where, he gets in my ear and he'll smack me if I need to get my act together. And it's definitely somebody, I've needed in my career for a long time.
And finally, give us your prediction for Saturday, April 20th, PBC on Fox here in Southern California. How's it going down, Adrian?
Definitely with an impressive victory for Adrian Granados. I'm coming with everything. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think our styles are going to match for a great action fight, but we're definitely coming out with a victory that night.
Adrian Granados, ladies and gentlemen, and now with you, Danny, the welterweight division, you are among the elite, but we just saw Errol Spence go and be impressive before over 47,000 fans against Mikey Garcia. But on Saturday, April 20th, what kind of statement are you looking to make to send to the rest of those fighters in the elite at 147?
I just gotta go out there and be myself. Do what I always do, is the Danny Garcia show, and win. It's just one fight at a time. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them guys right now. I gotta fight him on April 20th, and once I get past him, line him up. It doesn't matter.
When it comes to predictions, I'm going to ask you what your prediction is, but your father back in September of 2013, as Tom Brown alluded to, your father said he was guaranteed a victory over Lucas Matisse, who at the time people thought was one of the most feared fighters at 140. He actually put his hair on the line, which your dad has a very good head of hair, so obviously that didn't happen. But what is your prediction for April 20th against Adrian Granados?
Well, he said he'll chop off his head. He said that's how confident he was. He'll cut off his head if I lose. But April 20th, man. This is, I'm excited to fight in front of the Mexican fans, in front of the, all the fans around the world. I represent all the fans, so I love the Mexican fans. Make sure you come out. I love everybody. April 20th. You already know I'm gonna whip this little puppet's ass, eh?
Whoa. Tempers beginning to flare. They will boil over on Saturday, April 20th. To the media, thank you so much for coming out to today's press conference. Get your tickets, AXS.com. They start as low as $30. Dignity Health Sports Park, PBC on Fox, Saturday, April 20th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Now we're going to have the fighters face off as they prepare for their matchup. So Danny and Adrian, if you guys can go ahead and stand, and please, you don't get paid to throw punches now, you get paid to get punches on April 20th. So they will face off and have their photo as we have Tom Brown and Leonard Ellerby from TGB Promotions and Mayweather Promotions. Adrian Granados, Danny Garcia. It's all going down here in Southern California. It's PBC on Fox. These two gentlemen colliding, a matchup in the welterweight division.
Yep. Ooh, I can't wait.
And thank you to the media. We'll see you on Fight Week. I can't wait for this matchup at Saturday, April 20th. PBC on Fox.
All right, it's video first with Adrian. I'm going to bring Danny over here. Right.